And now let's do that squishing motion. Squishing motion? Squishing? Squishy, squishy. Okay. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Welcome to Curious Foods. Today we're going to be making a very simple chilled soba noodle dish. It is very nice to eat on a warm summer's day, so let's get to it, shall we?
So of course we're going to make it in the winter.
Well, they don't know that, but you know.
We're going to publish it in November.
Eat it in front of the fireplace. I don't know. I wanted to eat this, so that's why I'm making it. Enjoy. The first thing we're going to do is prepare our scallions, and I'm going to show you a cool little trick on how to cut them up, all right? The first thing you got to do is cut up the tips of it, the little roots of them. Then you want to cut them just when the leaves starts to split completely into two different stalks, just where it starts to go from about light green to dark green. That's where you want to cut it. After that, you want to cut those stalks in half and put them all next to each other so it's easier to cut. So what you want to do with scallions, especially for a lot of Asian dishes, is to get them as thin as possible and try not to crush them. I'm going to show you how you do that. Now, first of all, line them up, and then I want you to cut them down on the backward slice of your knife. You know, you've been taught to like cut either right, straight up or down, or like in a circular movement forwards. What I want you to do is cut them on the backstroke instead, and that way it's very easy to get nice thin slices. What we're gonna do is just put them in a bowl for now, okay? Just gonna put them here. This is gonna be our dipping sauce later that we're gonna dip our noodles into.
Those don't look very dippable.
Not yet, not yet. The next thing we need is gonna be some ginger and some garlic. And I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of a trick. If you don't have a grater, on how to get this done.
What was that look?
None. We don't have a grater yet. We need a grater. Let's start off with the ginger, all right? Now, first of all, I'm gonna show you how to peel this ginger. It's very simple. Just get a spoon and scrape it towards the end of the ginger, and it will just peel almost by itself. Just put a little bit of force into it and try it out. Just some quick strokes and then it's done. That's what she said. That joke just came by itself, man. I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna cut this little part that I've chopped up. I'm just gonna cut that. And then I'm gonna try to mince this as small as possible. Just cut it lengthwise, then the other way, and then just try to mince it as finely as possible. So once you've gotten it to a pretty fine mince, I'm gonna show you a little bit of a trick. Now this is what I usually do with garlic, and I'm gonna assume that it works with ginger as well. Let's see. Get your mince together, all right? Pack it down a little bit. Now what you wanna do is drag your knife at an angle across your cutting board and try to basically squeeze and mush it as much as possible, gather it together again, and then repeat it as much as possible and see if we can get like a fine mince. Now we're gonna do that with the garlic, like we just did with the ginger. So what you want to do is you want to peel them first. So just cut up each edge of it and then, you know, peel it. So for these gingers, put them on your board, put the flat end on your knife on top of it, and then crush it with your palm. The other one, broad end of your knife, put it down, squish. Okay, now back and forth with your knife just a couple of times to get like a little rough chop. And now let's do that squishing motion. Squishing motion? Squishing? Squishy, squishy. Okay. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Now what you can do to make this go even faster is just to add some salt. And that coarseness of the salt will actually help with doing this. Next part, put this into our bowl. Now we are gonna get ready for our dipping sauce, okay? Now we have everything that we cut up in a bowl here. And to that, I'm just gonna add 1 cup of spring water, just from the tap right here. And to that, we're gonna add a little bit of Japanese soy sauce. About that much. Yeah, we're not gonna do like exact figures here, just try it out what you like enjoy. Some people like a more heavier soy sauce taste, some people like a little bit less. Next part is Mirin. This is a sweet rice wine. Just a little bit of that. And then some white wine vinegar. We don't need a lot of this, so maybe a tablespoon, just a small, tiny dash. And then we're also gonna need a little bit of sugar, and then we're gonna mix it up together, taste it, and see how it goes. There we go. But again, this is where we need to taste it and see what we think. Now already I can see by the color of it that I might want to do a little bit more soy sauce.
So what is it about that? What is it about that color that doesn't?
It's just when I've researched this, it looks a lot darker. And when I made it before, it was also a little bit darker. But then I actually got it too dark. So it was too like soy. So let me just taste this. That's actually quite nice. But again, it's a little bit diluted. So it has a really nice aftertaste of that ginger and that garlic. So it's quite nice. But I'm gonna have a little bit more. Mix it up. Taste it. I think that's there. I think that's there. All right. Now that we have our dipping sauce ready, we actually want this as cold as possible. So I'm gonna take a couple of ice cubes right in here. 4 should be enough. And then I'm actually gonna even put this in the fridge to just be as cold as possible when serving. There you go, Magnus, thank you. Next up, and this is the last part, promise you that, we've got our buckwheat soba noodles. These are very thin noodles made from buckwheat, and they taste really, really nice. They're even gluten-free. Just make sure that it's 100% buckwheat in them. First, get your buckwheat and open it up, and you'll see most of these are like pre-packaged for you in portion sizes, which has like a little knob that you can just pull on, and then that is for 1 portion per person. I'm gonna serve up two portions.
You're gonna serve up 2 persons?
Yeah, we're gonna serve 2 people. Me and Magnus are 2 very hungry boys, so we're gonna actually have 2 servings each. Put them in boiling water, no salt, and cook them according to the manufacturer's indications, because it might be different between different products. All right, let's put them into our boiling hot water and cook them. That was so awkward. Let's just cook them. Let's cook them. All right. My only hint when it comes to soba noodles or any type of noodle is maybe cook them maybe a minute or so below the manufacturer's indications. And what you want to do when they're done is put them into a strainer and put actually cold water from the spring over them, and then you actually serve them with ice cubes to allow them to keep as cool as possible while they're on the dinner table. All right, Magnus.
What? Oh, I'm gonna be on camera?
Yeah, you're gonna be on camera. Get some noodles.
Yep.
And then you do this, all right? Dip it. And then slurp it in.
My hand's not prepared for the cold. Even though I know it's cold.
Yeah, you're used to eating warm pasta, right? So it's so different.
That is really good. I like that. But this would be good warm too. I mean, why not?
I mean, yeah, but it would be very different.
I don't know. My mind's just having problem with having a lot of problems with the cold.
I don't think the dipping sauce will be that good warm.
Okay.
Anyways, what do you think?
I like it.
I like it. It's good food. It's good food. All right, you know what? We're gonna go enjoy those. Please try it out, see what you think. Let us know in the comments, and yeah, enjoy.